Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing on the major classical dance forms as well as the few folk dance forms which are important with respect to UPSC and were in news recently. Let's begin with the classical dance forms. So, the Sangeet Natak Academy has given 8 dance forms, has recognized 8 dance forms as classical dance forms. Let us discuss them. The first one is Bharatnatyam, which originated from Tamil Nadu. So Bharatnatyam is traced back as a solo dance performance of temple dancers or Devadasis in Tamil Nadu, and it is also referred to as Dasiyattam. This particular dance form was patronized by 4 dance teachers of Thanjavur, which are quite famous. A few of them, the Tanjore quartet that we are called, are Chinnaya, Ponnaya, Vadivelu and Shivanandam. This particular dance form is called fire dance. Right? So this has equal emphasis both on Tandava and Lasya aspects of dance. Next one is Kuchipudi, which belongs to the region of Andhra. So Kuchipudi is performed by a group of actors known as Kuselvas, and this was prevalent in the 17th century AD, from the 17th century AD. The dancers for this particular dance form were known as Bhagawatalus because they recited the stories of Bhagavata Purana. This particular dance form has a secular theme and there is a predominance of Shringara Ras. And the major feature of this particular dance form is that it involves difficult foot movements and is also generally a team performance. Next particular dance form is Kathakali. Kathakali is prevalent in the region of Kerala, right? So Kathakali, basically 2 forms of dance drama were present, that is Ramanattam and Krishnattam, and these particular dance forms evolved to form Kathakali. This is also closely related to Kudiyattam, and Ramayana and Mahabharata are the major themes that this particular dance form portrays. Kathakali is usually an all-male troupe performance, and the props used here are very minimal. But the facial or the facial makeup that happens here is quite elaborate. So particular color that the facial makeup has signifies particular qualities. So green, red, black, yellow, white beard, etc. is particularly being used in this dance form as makeup. Kathakali particularly symbolizes element of sky. And Kathakali is usually performed in open air theatres. This is also called as the Ballad of the East. Next one is Mohiniyattam. Mohiniyattam is also prevalent in the state of Kerala. Mohiniyattam is essentially a solo dance performance by women in particular, and this was majorly developed during 19th century AD. The Mohiniyattam combines grace and elegance of Bharatanatyam with the vigor of Kathakali, but the footwork here is almost absent or is quite gentle over here. So it's much more a feminine dance of Vishnu. The Lasya aspect is much more dominant than the Tandava aspect, in particularly Mohiniyattam. The element of air is being symbolized in Mohiniyattam because it is quite, the thumping of footstep is quite absent in this particular thing. Next one is Odissi. Odissi is prevalent, as the name gives, the region of Odisha. This was majorly practiced by the Maharis, which was patronized by the Jain king Kharavela. One of the famous posture in this particular dance form is the Tribhanga posture. Tribhanga, or also the chalk posture with hands spread out, which depicts masculinity. This particular dance form symbolizes the element of water. This particular dance form also used the lyrics of Gita Govinda, which was written by Jayadeva, along with the compositions of local poets and Hindustani classical music poets for the dance to be performed. Next one is the classical dance of Manipuri. So Manipuri finds its mythological origin to the celestial dance of Shiva and Parvati. Right? But this particular dance is generally being performed by females, though both the genders do perform this dance. Rabindranath Tagore particularly brought this dance form back into limelight when he introduced this dance form in Shanti Niketan in West Bengal. With the advent of Vaishnavism in 15th century, Krishna became the central theme of this dance form. Right? So in this particular dance form, both Tandava and Lasya aspects are important, and females usually perform this dance form. Next one is Kathak, which is present in UP. The origins are from Ras Leela of Braj Bhumi of Uttar Pradesh. This was majorly influenced by Persian costumes that the Kathak dancers wear, and the development of different gharanas of Hindustani style of music like Lucknow, Jaipur, Raigarh, Banaras. This helped in propagating Kathak much more farther. This particular dance form involves intricate footworks and pirouettes. Kathak is generally accompanied by Dhrupad music as well. Next is Satriya. This was in the region of Assam. Satriya was introduced by Vaishnava saint Sankaradev in 15th century AD, and this particular dance form derives its name from Vaishnava monasteries known as Satras. This was majorly narrating mythological stories of Vishnu, and the songs that were composed wherein the dance was performed were by Shankaradeva, known as Bor Geets. Ankiya Nat is also a type of Satriya. It involves play or musical drama. Another similar form for Satriya would be Bhavna also. So Bhavna, Ankiya Nat, Satriya are all types of Satriya dance forms. So these are major classical dance forms, that are the 8 major classical dance forms which Sangeet Natya Academy has given. Moving up to a few folk dances of India. Few folk dances of India that can be discussed. First one is Chau, which means shadow. It is form of a mask dance with rigorous martial movements. There are 3 main styles of Chau. The Saraikela Chau, which is in Jharkhand. Next is the Mayurband Chau, which is in Odisha. Next is the Purulia Chau, which is in West Bengal. So these 3 main styles of Chau dance are prevalent. The Mayurband Chau artists do not wear masks. Other 2 are mask form of mask dance particularly. UNESCO World Heritage, UNESCO representative list of intangible cultural heritage is also being given to this particular dance form, that is Chau. Next is Garba, which is prevalent in the region of Gujarat. Next one is Dandiya Ras. Dandiya Ras is again prevalent in the region of Gujarat. This is also performed in different regions now, like Maharashtra and Rajasthan as well. This actually represents a mock fight between Durga and Mahishasura. Next one is Tarangamel, which is a folk dance of Goa. Next one is Ghumar, which is in Rajasthan. Ghumar or Gangor. This is being performed by women of the Bhil tribe. The other one of Rajasthan is Kalbelia. This is also performed by Kalbelia community, the serpent community of Rajasthan. This is also being inscribed as representative in the UNESCO representative list of the intangible cultural heritage. Next one is Charba. This is prevalent in Himachal Pradesh. Next one is Bhangra Gidda. This is in Punjab. Bhangra Gidda is the Bhangra being performed by females in Punjab. Next one is Dadra, which is in UP. Jawara is a harvest dance in Madhya Pradesh. Matki is also a dance being performed by women in the Malwa region. Next one is Gaur Murya. Gaur Murya is being performed by Murya tribes in Chhattisgarh. Next one is Alkap. Alkap is a dance in folk dance in West Bengal. Next one is Biraha. Biraha is being portrayed by the portrayal of pain of the women is being done. This is particularly in Bihar. This dance form, however, is being practiced solely by males. Next one is Paika. This is in the region of Odisha. This is a martial folk dance, and Paika is basically a form of long spear. Next one is Baguramba. This is a region of Assam. Bodo tribe performs this, with this is related majorly to nature and environment. Next one is Jhumer. Jhumer is in the region of Odisha. This is a harvest dance. Next one is Bihu. Bihu is in the region of Assam. This is done in the group of both men and women. Next important one is Thangta. Thangta is with respect to Manipur. This is a folk dance or a martial dance form of Manipur. Another war dance that is prevalent in Nagaland is Rangma. Singhi Cham is particularly a masked dance of Sikkim. Another important folk dance, two important folk dance which are prevalent in Kerala and Tamil Nadu are Kummi and Mayalattam. Kummi and Mayalattam. Right? Next one is Butta Bommalu. Butta Bommalu dance form is prevalent in the region of Andhra Pradesh. A particular song also got famous here, Butta Bomma. So you can remember that way. Butta Bommalu. Butta Bommalu is also a mask dance. Next important one is Padayani. Padayani is prevalent in Kerala. Padayani is also a mask dance, wherein huge masks known as columns are being worn. Another important tribal Sikh dance is Jhumar, which is being performed in Punjab. Another dance form of Chhattisgarh involves Raut Nach. An important one in Jammu and Kashmir is Dumhal. This is being performed by the Vattal tribe. Next up is Fugdi, that is prevalent in Goa. Next one is Chiro, which is in Mizoram. Next one is Dalkhai, which is in Odisha. Huli Vesha is one of the dances in Karnataka. Right? So Huli Vesha is where dancers are painted like the tiger. Another important one is Tippani, which is in the region of Gujarat. There is also another dance form of Rajasthan, which is Teratali. Next one is Hojagiri, which is a famous folk dance in Tripura. Hojagiri. This involves the movement of only the lower half of the body, and the female dancers try to balance the earthen pitchers and the props while they are dancing. So this is a balancing dance, the Hojagiri from Tripura. So these are major folk dances prevalent in India. Hope this helps. Thank you.